Hi, this is Mr. Millay, and here's your video review for your Friday quiz in United States history. You need to know for your quiz that a group of German submarines were called U-boats. Submarines were called U-boats. A group of them were called a wolf pack. Things you need to know as far as just terms. You need to know what the Yalta Conference was, which was the conference to decide what to do after the war. You need to know that President Truman was the first president to decide to drop an atom bomb. You need to know what a pacifist is. You need to know what country Churchill, Stalin, Truman, and Hirohito and FDR were all leaders of at different points during the war. You need to know what VJ Day is, VE Day is, and you need to know what was decided at the Yalta conferences. And you know that's where they decided to split Germany up into 4 parts, and Berlin up into 4 parts, and also that they would have free elections in Poland, which Russia never did, and also that Russia would declare war on Japan, which Russia did, but not until it was really almost too late. You know that Italy was a fascist country. You need to be able to tell me at least 3 reasons why the Treaty of Versailles, which ended World War I, directly led to World War II. You need to know what the Manhattan Project was created to create. It was a project that was built to create the first atom bomb. You didn't know that the Enola Gay is the plane that dropped the first nuclear bomb. You didn't know who Hideki Tojo, Benito Mussolini, and Robert Oppenheimer were. Who they were, yes. You need to know which countries were on the Axis, which is the the Axis was Italy, Germany, and Japan. And you know what countries were in the Allies, which is the United States, the USSR, the United Kingdom, and France. You need to know which treaty ended World War I. It's the Treaty of Versailles. You need to know what the word militarization means, which is pretty obvious if you know what a military is. You need to be able to tell me 3 things that were rationed during World War II, and you have to be able to tell me both food things that were rationed and non-food things that were rationed. We learned a whole lot about Hitler. We did a whole web quest over Hitler and his rise to power. Make sure you can tell me about young Hitler and his relationship with his niece and how he rose to power and how he died. You need to know about that U-scram. We learned about the steps towards the war. You need to know that the invasion of Poland was the final straw that made the United Kingdom declare war on Germany. You need to be able to describe the Battle of Okinawa and tell me why it led to her decision to drop the atom bomb. We just learned about this today with the people killing themselves rather than be surrendered, and how many people would have had to die if we did not drop the atom bomb. You would tell me about Japanese citizens and their being put in internment camps and what those were like and why you think those were fair or unfair. That's up to you. You need to know what 2 cities we dropped an atomic bomb on, and no spelling will not count for those, but those cities are Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The exact date that Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. You need to know about the non-aggression pact between the USSR and Germany before World War II. You need to be able to tell me what country Hitler was actually born in, Austria. You need to know what Blitzkrieg means, and it means lightning war, and it was closely coordinated attacks using both planes and tanks. And probably most importantly, it's the biggest question. We talked about this a ton. We watched a ton of commercials and videos and cartoons. You need to be able to tell me what was the purpose of World War II propaganda, how was it used, what things did it try to convince people to do, how did it portray Germans and Japanese people. That's a 10-point question. It's an essay question. I have pictures and specific examples that you have to be able to tell me about, and so if you study all of those things, you will do just fine for your quiz in U.S. history on Friday.